This video is entitled Enchanting Illusions for a Reason. You don't realize it, but what you're actually doing is you're living vicariously through the lives of others whose lives seem to be so much better than yours because you've been programmed and conditioned to believe that your life is just ordinary, average, common, mediocre, and bland. So that forces you to fantasize and imagine these things that are so much better than what you have, not realizing that God gave you everything already. Just you're not vibrating in the frequency high enough to appreciate these things. That's why you don't have gratitude and appreciation for the things you can't see. You only recognize the things in the material, the physical, the terrestrial world. That's exactly what you revere as, success, fame, fortune, all of that stuff. So what you wind up doing is you wind up spending your entire life wasting your energy reading from somebody else's book of dreams instead of taking your own energy and writing your own. So instead of, starting a new chapter in your life, why don't you just throw that book away and burn it and just start a brand new book? You see where I'm going with this? You can't keep writing from the same book if that book is what was causing you to live vicariously through the lives of others and follow patterns and cycles and habits and behaviors and be obsessed and addicted, infatuated with all these celebrities. It isn't the celebrity that you're infatuated with, it's what you feel they represent. And it falls back on the programming. Because you've been taught and told and programmed to believe that they live such an amazing life. Millionaires, fleets of cars and gigantic mansions, and they have not a care in the world. And it's such an easy life. All they do is show up, make a movie, and they make trillions of dollars that just fall out of the sky. How can that be? How can that not be an amazing life? I can't stand my life. I just get disgusted every time I wake up and I have to face the reality. I have to go to work and earn a living and live paycheck to paycheck and pay my bills and rent and mortgage and gas and utilities. And, they do it for a reason. That's why you don't realize the power of your energy. That's why you give it away so freely. They didn't tell you for a reason. So this is no different. This is no different, man. You know what I mean? This is absolutely no different. You're wasting your life. You're wasting your time, attention, effort, energy, and unfortunately, your most precious commodity, you're wasting, your life force on this stuff. You got to stop reading from anybody else's book and just write your own. Write your own book. Even if you want to write a physical book too, do that as well. But the most important thing is you've got to stop reading figuratively from somebody else's book of dreams, because you'll find out more often than not that book of dreams is a nightmare. And that's what has been dissuading you all along into believing that their life is so much better than yours, because it's packaged as a dream, but inside that book is actually a page of horrors. It sounds good, looks good, feels good, it all fits perfectly, all the check boxes are all marked off, but it's just all nonsense. It's all just evil in nature. So instead of starting a brand new chapter in your life, why don't you take that book and burn it? Figuratively, metaphorically speaking, and even perhaps literally. Time to get rid of all your journals and your diaries and just put it away. That's old pain. What good is it going to do to keep revisiting that stuff? Just burn the metaphorical book and just start writing your own, man. Write your own book of dreams today. Just, chapter 1, verse 1, paragraph 1, page 1, and just whatever that means to you. I mean, seriously, because you can't function like that. Do you think that writing a new chapter in the same old book is going to take you to a brand new place you've never been before? It's going to take you to the same place. Same book. It's the same content, same subject, same story, same characters. It's like a Hollywood movie. When you watch an old movie from the 30s or 40s, that movie isn't going to change. It's always going to be there. Everybody in that movie is always going to be young forever, because that film captured them at those moments in time and froze those frames. And that's where they're going to live forever. But it's going to always loop itself. That movie will never repeat itself. That movie will never be different. It will always repeat itself. When you watch your favorite movie, it's always the same from beginning to end. And even if they do a special edition and all that stuff and add new scenes, whatever, it's still the same stuff. So, my suggestion is, instead of beginning a brand new chapter in your life, why don't you just burn that book and start a brand new book, man, and stop reading from somebody else's book of dreams and start to write your own? Because that's the reason why God gave you all this power and this energy and this limitless abilities. and talents and gifts and intelligence. It wasn't to be squandered on like, oh, I think they're so cool that we're in that movie and I'm really a fan. And you know how much energy you're wasting on that? Think about it. All that energy and time you're wasting on admiring and revering strangers who could care less about you, you could be investing in your own life and accomplishing amazing things. Think about that for a minute, please.